always be with you.
Hey everyone, it's your girl Sanaa from So Crafty Sanaa, and welcome to my channel. And as you can see from the title of this video, don't get used to it. Okay, this will be, I want to say, maybe the first and last time everyone wants to see one of these videos from me. I don't know why you want to know my income. However, let's get into it, okay? I am going to be doing my paycheck for March the 29th, 2024. I am paid weekly. I own a small business and I have a W-2 income as well. So my income combined, I am going to be going over that with you all. So let's jump right into it. Okay. So this is what I do when I get paid. Okay. And I'm sure everyone has their process. I am using my payday budget book. And this is a book that I designed from front to back. I was self-publishing and printing myself. Thank goodness I am now working with a manufacturer to print my books. So this book has been monumental in helping me manage my money. It's been monumental in helping me save, pay off debt, overall just managing my money. Okay. And it just doesn't stop there. Really quick, let me jump back to my I have a tracker section in the back that's full of a bunch of trackers from savings challenges, sinking and saving funds goal, debt avalanche, debt snowballs. I mean, you name it. Credit card trackers, yearly bill trackers, balance transfer trackers, subscription trackers, like bill adjustment tracker, you name it. It's an all-in-one. It is an all-in-one. It's not a life planner. It is strictly a financial planning tool. Okay, so let me jump back into the paycheck. Oh, if you guys were with me when I just did my weekly expense, so hopefully you all were able to jump in on that fiasco. So I'm going to jump back over to my paycheck, payday budget worksheet, and let me explain what I do when I get paid. Okay, so I'm going to grab a pen, you guys. So, and I usually put my total cash balance in my checking account in the second line, but I mean, TMI, I'm not doing it. Don't worry about it. Okay. So what I will say is I use the top portion to bring over any rollover income that I may have. And that could be your cash envelopes. That could be a buffer account for you. That could be whatever money you want to capture that you have remaining at the start of a pay period. Okay. For me, I like to, and it's all money I can use. If I wanted to use any of that money, whether it be my checking account, cash envelopes, I could use it. However, my cash envelopes I do use, and I will use my checking account if I have to. I mean, you guys see it. I'm a shopaholic. I'm a budgeter that likes to shop. Okay, we'll get into that later. Nonetheless, I bring over my cash envelope balance, and usually at the end of every pay period, right, I put the date. So last pay period, the day after. So the 22nd was my last paycheck. And usually I'll put the 23rd here because I would like to capture what my balances are after I settle out my last paycheck. Again, your girl's running behind. I was not able to do that, so we're not going to worry about that. But I did capture my balance before I brought in anything, and this is my cash envelope balance today, $17,374.83. That's the total amount I have in my cash envelopes and my sinking funds. Okay. Now, yes, the majority of that money is in the bank, so no, don't worry about it. Okay. Then I will bring in my income for this pay period. So I will write my income for this pay period here. But before I get into that, I always capture the amount that's in my bill account after all of my bills have paid for my last paycheck. So any bills that come out for the remainder of March would be coming out of that money. However, every paycheck I put money into my bill account because I am currently 1 month ahead in bills. So all of my bills that came out of my bill account in the month of March was from my February's income. And all of my March's income that I'm putting into my bill account is going to pay my April's bills. So I am 1 month ahead on bills. I am not currently paying bills out of my paycheck. And I'm going to show you what that looks like as I complete my payday budget worksheet. Okay, so this is the balance in my account at the start of today's business day. $2,006.08. That is what is in my bill account, and that money is going to go towards paying my April's bills. Now, what I'm going to do is take a portion of my paycheck right now and throw that in my bill account. So let's just get into it. So my weekly net income for March the 29th was $5,339.63. Okay, so I put it under budget and actual. Usually I put a budgeted amount because when I pay myself from my business, I pay myself 50% of my income 55% of the income for the week is paycheck for me from my business. Okay, so and then 25% is left for business expenses, and then 15% is left for taxes. So that's how I allocate any business revenue that I get from my small business. And I usually put a budgeted amount, like let's say last Saturday, because I didn't do my payday budget like I should have on March the 23rd, I do a budgeted amount. So I usually do my budgeted column on the 23rd. Like tomorrow, for instance, on the 30th, I'll go in and do a budgeted column, but I keep March's income separate from April. So I hope you guys are following me here. So I usually put budgeted amounts here only for income. My budgeted amount and actual amount for my cash envelopes, it's really the actual amount, but it will be captured as of this date. So for instance, I'm going to put 329 here. Usually this would say 323, and that would be 329. And you can see the difference in the balances in each column from the whatever 6 days that is. Well, 6 days. Okay. So because I didn't put a budget amount, I'm just going to put the actual amount, $5,339.63. My bill account, again, has $2,006.28. Now, it's the end of the month. All of my bills have been paid. I only have a few little small subscription bills that need to come out of my paycheck. So, well, it's not going to come out of my paycheck. It's going to come out of the bill account. So I will list them here. So that would be my SKS MasterCard. And then that would be my Amex Blue Cash Preferred. And that's because my Netflix is paid on there. And I think there's one other subscription, and I'll flip over to the bill calendar. And then, let's see, let me actually go to the bill calendar. Hulu, that's going to come off of Chase. Okay. So I don't have too many subscriptions, actually. Let's see. My Apple card. Okay. Because that's like my iCloud, my Apple Care, my Microsoft. Then I have my Prime membership. That's going to come off my Navy Federal. And that's only, what, $7 on my Navy Federal. And that's because they pay a portion of that. So that's why I have my Prime membership coming off my Navy Federal. And then I have to get the amounts that's there. So I probably should have did that first. But I'll show you all what that looks like. Regis, let's see. As you can see, the bills have been paid, right? So my total budgeted bill amount was $5,539 for the month, okay? So that's not bad. So I take a portion of my paycheck every week to put in the bill account, okay? So, and I had some extra bill expenses that bill period. So that's why it's a little higher. All right, so FD tonight, Amex Blue Cash Preferred, Navy Federal, and I'll speed through this. Okay, I'll get the amounts, but let me just get all the names of everything that I need to make sure I have. Netflix, Hulu. Okay, I'll add that up. All right, so then I always have $50 going into a savings account. No, I'm sorry. That's Fidelity investment. I'm sorry, Fidelity. That's just an automatic deposit. I have something separate. And then I write my bill account under savings, okay? So I have a $50 automatic deduction going every week into Fidelity. And then bill account, I am going to write the amount that I'm going to take out of my income to put into my bill account to cover April's bills. Okay. Now, my cash envelopes is listed over here. I did write out some cash envelope and sinking fund money that I want to put, and that's $635. So I am going to write $635 here for my cash envelopes. Now, the other thing that I do, because the bills are not physically coming from my paycheck, I always highlight my bill account, and then I will highlight the amounts here, and I highlight bills, because these bills, this total here, will come from here. It's not coming from my income. So I want to make note that that money is not being paid out of my income. All of my bills are paid strictly out of my bill account. That is the way I like to manage it, because the majority of my bills are on automatic payment. Okay, so let's get this started. Now, what I need to do first is, let me flip through here and let me get the amount that I need to pay. So let's see. So we have 40.54 plus 9.99 plus, is there anything else? 9.99 and 45 equals 40.54 plus 9.99 plus 45 equals, so 95.53 has to get paid onto that. My Amex Blue Cash Preferred is my Netflix, 24.83. So that's 24.83, and Hulu, 471 plus 483 equals 29.54 is my Amex Blue Cash Preferred payment. 29.54, and that is for Netflix and Hulu. My Apple Card is my Microsoft 365, 970, plus my Apple Care 635, plus my Apple installment 225.49 equals, so Apple is going to get 241.54, and Navy Federal is just my Amazon Prime, which is 741. So let me total up the amount of bills that is going to come from my bill account. So that is 95.53 plus 29.54 plus 241.54 plus 741 equals. So that is $374.02. That is going to be paid from my bill account. Okay. Now, when I make these payments, when I physically go and make the payments, I put it in the actual column. That lets me know that I paid that bill. These amounts are not on auto pay. Okay. So, but the bill amount is not going to change. So I am going to come up here and write 374.02. And I'm going to explain that one more time. Okay. My bill amount highlighted in orange is coming from my bill account, not my income. So when I list my bill money here, it's coming from here, not my income. So now I'm going to write my income up here. So my income for the week is $5,339.63. Okay. So I'm not going to minus out the bills from there, because again, it's not coming from my income. I'm going to skip down to my cash envelope. So the $5,339.63 minus $635 equals. So I have a balance of $4,704.63 after I take out my cash envelope and sinking funds. Now, for savings, for my bill account, I'm going to put $2,500 back into my bill account. So that's going to be $2,500 plus the $50. So that's $2,550 that I'm putting under the savings category. $50 is going to Fidelity, and $2,500 is going back into my bill account. Oops. So I'm going to do $4,704.63 minus $2,550 equals. So I'm going to put $2,550 minus. So that's going to leave me a balance of $2,154.63. Okay. Now, I'm going to make a debt payment. So I didn't write that here, but now that I know I have a balance of $2,154.63, I am going to take a part of that money and I'm going to make a debt payment. So I am going to make a debt payment to my MasterCard. Okay. And I am going to make a payment of $2,000 to my MasterCard. Okay, and I'm going to write that here. Now, Once I make these payments, I put a checkbox here in the box that lets me know that the transactions were paid. I like to reconcile. So that way I never have to come back and say, oh my gosh, did I pay that bill? I can see that I paid the bill. So now I'm going to put $2,000 here to represent the debt payment I'm going to make. And I'm going to minus out the $2,000. Wait. 2,154.63 minus 2,000 equals. So that leaves me a positive balance of 154.63. And if I was negative, I write it in red. I love to see my overages and my unders. So now let me explain. Now that I've completed my payday budget worksheet, because this is how I use it, this is how I manage my money. Let me explain a little bit more about my budgeting style. There are various budgeting styles. I sometimes do a zero-based budget. I sometimes do a budget that's just my way of budgeting, meaning I'm not going to zero it out because I don't have to. That money can sit and roll over into my checking account, and it'll just be there for whatever. You know, it's just going to go into the balance of the buffer, right? I don't always zero-based budget. 9 times out of 10, I do. If I know I'm going to be using my income, I don't always bring my full income over. I will leave a portion of my paycheck. For instance, my paycheck can fluctuate. So if my paycheck happens to be like $7,000 or $8,000 for the week, I'm not going to pull that money out. I am going to take whatever I need to budget, put money in my bill accounts, pay a debt payment, fund my cash envelopes, and then the rest of the money will go into my checking account. My income is not always the same. It could be lower than $5,000. It could be $3,000. So whatever it is, I still budget the same way. And based on those amounts, I will determine if I'm going to have money left over or if I'm going to zero it out. So I don't always consistently use the same budgeting style. However, I always budget, and I always use my payday budget book to do so. Okay. So, and I always have these books on sale. I have sales, I want to say, just about every week or several times a month. So, but if you don't want to miss the next sale, if you are interested in getting this book, please, I have the link below to join my mailing list. Please join my mailing list, but also by joining my mailing list, you get some really informational knowledge in regards to how to budget, how to manage your money, tips on cash stuff, and just overall, I like to keep you all informed with things that will help you better understand your spending habits, how you're spending your money, how you should be spending your money. And I am a work in progress, right? As you can see, you know, I am a person that budgets and likes to spend money. I am not going to lie. I don't ever want to be to the point where I say, hey, I budget and I don't spend money. Like, no, that's not fun for me. I'm not even going to lie. I want to spend some of my money. That is why I work so hard to enjoy it. I take care of my responsibilities. My family is good. You know, like it's called life, and I'm living it to the fullest my way. So nonetheless, you guys, please make sure you join the mailing list. Hey, if you like this video, please, you know, give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions or any other videos you'd like to see, please let me know in the comments. I do have some other videos that we'll be posting every Wednesday that are not budgeting or cash stuffing videos, but more to help you guys get on track with your money, more to help you guys utilize the tools that I offer you in regards to your cash envelope wallets. The Zippy wallet will be launching in April. If you have not seen the wallet, and she's going to come in different colors and leathers, but this style of wallet will be available to you all in April, along with some other new merchandise. I can't wait for you all to see what So Crafty Sanaa has in store for you. But again, you don't want to miss out on that, so make sure you join the mailing list. Okay? Thank you all for tuning in. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.